Good morning, everyone from Nepal. I'm from Kathmandu University. So I'll be presenting on determining learning style scores to identify learners' perspective. Uh, so talking about the research overview, basically I'll be talking on three things. The first is how can we develop the clusters model by taking the learner preferences or styles. And then I'll be talking about how can we develop the learning analytics tool that can calculate the learning style score. And the next is how these two different themes or the components can be interrelated. So the overall objective of this research is to study or analyze the student learning process. So this is the snapshot of the MOOC system we have developed in my research lab. It's called Kathmandu University Open Online Courses. This is the snapshot of the course I take through this platform. We have customized Moodle platform for developing our online courses. So this is the instructional design I follow. I upload contents every week. So this is the snapshot of one of the week of my course, which I teach to undergraduate. So talking about the learning style model, in this research, I have focused on three different learning styles. Those are Felder-Silverman learning style, BARC, and Grasser-Richman learning style. So basically, Felder-Silverman learning style follow ILS index learning style survey. So we have used all the standard questionnaire to take the survey from the learners. So data collection, there were total 108 students. So 108 are the students who are enrolled in my course called Human-Computer Interaction, which I teach to the undergraduate level. So all the students, they participated in our experiment. So here are some of the backgrounds. They are from undergraduate level. There were 86% male, 14% female. The average age was 21. So here are some of the background regarding their online experience before. So have you taken, for example, have you taken an online course before? So 56 have already taken, but 44% were very new. And we also take some their responses regarding their past online behaviors and their perception on online learning system. And here are some of the results. So this is regarding their time spent and how much time they use the system. We found that before using my instructional design, my system, they were very less users. We were motivated to use the system. So, and then after having that past background study, so we focused on all these three different learning style. We took the survey and we did some statistical calculation to understand the distribution of data. So here are some of the snapshot of it. This is of ILS model. This is of Grasser-Richman, and this is a BARC model, and this is the analysis result. So then the next task was to develop the clusters based on those learners' responses. So we implemented a spectral clustering method for this, and this is the example of ILS data set. 4 clusters were developed, and so these are the result of the number of students they belong to different clusters. The next was developing the clusters based on Grasser-Richman, and we took the survey from all those 100 learners, and these were the clusters developed using spectral clustering method. And these are the number of students belonging to different clusters. Similarly, we did of that BARC learning style also. We took a survey regarding their BARC learning style, and then 4 different clusters were developed, and this is the result. And these are the number of students belonging to different types of clusters. So after following this research methodology, then we focused on developing the interactive dashboard in Moodle and for the calculation of their learning styles. So here is the result. This is the result in the initial part. So very less activities were done. So all of them belongs to same clusters ID. So this is of ILS and this is of Grasser-Richman. So then after giving some time to use our system for them, so we did the analysis after 7 weeks, and we find some changes in the learning style scores as well as in the clusters ID. And here are the results of BARC. And then this is the result of ILS, index learning style. And this is the result of Grasser-Rizman. So after 7 weeks of activity, there were some significant changes. So then again we see whether the significant changes is on the same trend or not. Then this is the result we get after 9 weeks. So this is a Bark learning style, the result. So this is of index of learning style result, and this is of Grasser-Rizman learning style result. So then what we observe is there was a significant change in the cluster ID after week 7. That is almost more than 83%. Some changes were there. But after that, there were very, very less changes. So from this, what we can interpret is there were very significant changes in week after week 7. But after that, the analysis, there were very slight changes. So there were very significantly lower changes. So this is the result of different clusters with belongs to according to the Bark learning styles. So then similarly, this is the result of index of learning style result. And here also we find the similar trend as we find in Bark learning style. So talking about Grasser-Rizman, so this is the result we obtained, but here some interesting result was obtained. For example, scores of Grasser-Rizman have not changed for any students after week 7. They all belongs to a cluster, so 2. So this is also very interesting for us. So we are now trying to find what is the reason behind after getting all the students in the same clusters after week 7. So then the next part was how we can interrelate the survey learners data and the learning style scores, which we developed by developing the learning analytics tool. So then we explore on how it can be interlinked. And then we found that, for example, from survey, if the student named A has assessed a maximum number of visuals, and if they belongs to cluster 2 from survey, then from the log data, if somebody has a very high, very strong preference for visual, then we can put them to cluster 2. So these were similar to association we found. And here is the sample of the data which we merged for the analysis. And then from this, based on this data, we did the calculation of learning style score. So talking about who are the stakeholders who will be benefited from this kind of research, we found that students, they will be very highly benefited because they will be knowing what sort of learning styles they prefer, or on what basis they are different from their friends. Regarding instructor, it is very beneficial because instructor can easily know the learning preferences, different clusters, and it will help them to develop the adaptive content based on the different learning preference of students. Even the administrators can be very benefited because they can plan, they can modify, they can make changes in some instructional design from the administrative point of view. And from the researcher's point of view, researchers who are working in the field of learning analytics, and if they are planning to focus on varieties of data, so our research will be very helpful for them also. So in conclusion, what we found was there were some significant changes till week 7, but very less after that. So, and then learning analytics tool is very important, can be a very important tool to to calculate the score. And after week 7, when we found less number of changes, then we can say that now the model is going to be more stable and more accurate. And then in VARC and ILS, we found almost similar kind of trend, but GR, we found some interesting kind of result. And now at the moment, now we are analyzing on why all the students belongs to same cluster in GR. So that is the part which we are working at the moment. My contact is, I have my own research lab called Digital Learning Research Lab. It is in Kathmandu University, Nepal. And if you are very interested to work in the field of learning analytics, so we work regarding how to improve the user interface of online learning, as well as how to analyze different kinds of data of educational data. So please email me in my address if you are willing to work or if you are willing to share research with us. Thank you very much.